So, Senator, just to play devil's advocate here, one could really look at this objectively and say, look, I get what you're saying about the Nunes memo, but the Democratic Party isn't exactly bathed in glory here. Mother Jones magazine broke the story of the dossier's existence in October 2016. The intelligence chiefs felt the need to brief the incoming and outgoing presidents of the existence of the dossier in January 2017. And the fact is, the public didn't find out that the Hillary Clinton campaign and the DNC paid for the dossier until a little over 3 months ago in October 2017. This dossier was used for this FISA warrant, a surveillance warrant of a Trump official, and the Clinton campaign and the DNC didn't disclose that. Isn't that problematic?
Well, I can tell you that that is one piece of evidence. Its credibility has to be judged by law enforcement officials first, ultimately by a judge and perhaps by a jury. But to say that that's the end of the investigation, that this is all that Donald Trump needs to fire Rosenstein or to fire Bob Mueller, I'll just tell you, this could precipitate a constitutional crisis. If the House Republicans believe they've set the stage for this president to end this investigation, they are basically saying that in America, one man is above the law. And that's not a fact. We've got to make sure that we explore all the possibilities and all the evidence.
I want to get to that, and I understand your larger point, but would you grant the point that the DNC and the Clinton campaign should have disclosed much earlier than they did to the public that they actually funded this dossier?
Of course, you know as well, Jake, that the actual political motivation and beginning of this was on the Republican side. It was then switched over where there was Democratic funding. It really goes to the credibility, but that is an issue that the judge in issuing the FISA warrant takes into consideration, and ultimately some other trier effect will as well. But to say now that we can say, as the president said, it's all over, stop the investigation, I'm above the law, and I shouldn't be investigated any further, that is an extreme position, and it's inconsistent with one of the fundamental rules of law in this country.
Well, I think in point of fact, the Opposition Research Project was funded by Republicans, but the Steele dossier per se was funded by Democrats, but this appears to be